All right, so this story is a little disturbing to see. I got this story from African Facts on the page on X, and I want us to see what is happening with our African brothers finding themselves in Russia. So they says 14 Ghanaian men were promised jobs in Russia, only to find themselves at the forefront of the Russian-Ukraine war. All right, so this story I'm about to share with you guys is a funding that was shared by a broadcast channel in Ghana called TV3 News. They shared this documentation, or should I say, yep. And then I'm here to share with you guys, my African people. So let's see this. Let's go. It's disturbing to see, but let's see.
14 young men from Ghana embarked on a journey they believed would change their lives forever. Lured by promises of secure, well-paying jobs in Russia, these men left their families behind with hopes of building a better future. But what was meant to be a life-changing opportunity turned out to be their worst nightmare.
Yeah, in an uncompleted building, and then this is one of the buildings they destroyed.
Okay.
Let me show you around. Max will go on, man.
Yo, wait. How can one be this wicked? You sold your brothers off without telling them what they are actually in about. You sold your brothers off to go and fight a war they know nothing about. Who does this? How wicked can one person be? I saw this story and I got disturbed. Like, what do you mean by why should you even do this to the extent of doing that? Let's continue the story, shall we? Let's continue.
For 2024, when the men said their goodbyes and boarded a plane filled with dreams of success and providing for their loved ones. They arrived in Russia on August 6 through Togo. Their hearts were filled with anticipation, but from the moment they touched down, things took a chilling turn. Upon arrival, they were whisked off to Kostroma, a city in western Russia, to sign what they thought would be employment contracts. Instead, they found themselves faced with a grim reality. The young men say they were deceived by a contractor who had promised them these opportunities, a man known as Abraham Boakye, popularly known as one-man supporter in Ghana. Abraham, the man they had trusted, now seemed to be their worst enemy.
Abraham Boakye, popularly known as one-man supporter. He brought us here.
Right.
He told us there is a job opportunity over here in Russia, which is security work and then agriculture.
Okay.
So we paid for our own plane ticket and then visa fee. The military people brought us a contract to sign. And then before, he told us that it's a security work, but we'll be trained by the military.
Right.
So when the military people brought the contract, we thought it's the training that they are coming to train us. The contract, we are coming. The day we were signing, he was not around. He was in Moscow. So we called him and told him that I'm on the contract to sign. Should we sign? Because he is the one who brought us here. And he said, oh, we'll sign.
As of September 17, when I spoke with 3 of the remaining survivors, they were trapped in Donetsk, Ukraine, awaiting orders to be sent to the front line of the war.
2 people out of the 14 said, the commander said they are going to front war, so they should prepare. The next day they are going. Up to now, we've
this is so sad. This is so sad.
not heard from them. You can't go out anywhere, even if you are going to private. The security, the military escorts you.
Their situation is beyond dire. Their passports have been seized, and the 14 who left Ghana together have now been reduced to just 3.
Where are the remaining people?
We don't know where they are. Just yesterday, they came to take 2 people out of me.
And you don't know where you're going to next?
We don't know where they are going to. Right now, as I'm talking to you, we are in Donetsk. But then I don't know the exact place we are in Donetsk.
The others have disappeared. The only contact they've had is from David Edu, one of the men who managed to get in touch, urging the remaining 3 to escape at any cost.
Security and I say agriculture money
They live in constant fear, stuck in a makeshift shelter, unsure who will be next to be sent to fight.
You will pay, and now boom, watching a boom, and now boom. Yes, we need a holding beer in training beer, a bit more good as an Adiano. TSM, Pamacho. Mutia, Mum, fine fear. Why, Pamacho?
Who is even is supposed to be blamed for this? Is it the government? Is it the people? Is it the person who sold them out? Is it the Russian government? Who is to blame for this to happen? Is it that they were too careless to even read what documents were actually signing? Or is it the person who stood them off? Is it their governments that failed them? Or is it the Russian that are playing this devilish tactics? I don't know who is to be blamed right now. I don't know. I'm so confused with this. How can one be so heartless to say... Did you even watch a video? The man is saying that they have never even undergo any military training. It's like the Russians didn't even take them for any military training for maybe a month or a week for them to send them straight to the front line. They just got them up, dress them up in a military uniform, and then they are nowhere, or they are actually close to the front line, ready to fight. Who does this? This is not humanity. This is insane. Who is to be blamed for this? Well, when this was shared by African File Zone, a lot of Africans shared their thoughts and points of view. And as I said, here is Vidasha Studios. We are actually bringing what happened on Twitter concerning Africa to YouTube for you guys to actually know what is happening, so that you also share their point of view or how the issue was actually trending there, for you to also have a feel, and you too also can also share your thoughts and view also on our page here on X or on YouTube, on YouTube. So let's see what our brothers or Africans had to say about this. Or this person says, our African leaders caused this. If they utilize our God-given natural resources and develop and empower our countries, we don't have to go to foreign lands to seek for good life. People need to be careful, though. Well, that is a Nigerian. The man is saying that he has actually picked a side. He's saying that the whole fault is our government. It's their fault for this to happen. It's the African government, the African leaders. They are the problem here. All right. So this one also says, Africa needs a serious revolution. All Western-style run governments must be removed and replaced with governments who care about the interests of the people. Africa cannot be blessed with such enormous resources, and our people are running around all over the world for greener pastures. Well, this is true, though. This is so much true. These are some points of view of our fellow Africans, okay? This one also says, let's normalize staying and fighting for our countries. We can't keep running to other countries as Africans. I'd rather sati hungry than be desperate enough to think of an opportunity in other countries. Well, this is it. This person is also saying that we should be responsible for ourselves. We should be fighting for our continent, for the betterment of Africa. He believes that he cannot actually leave his country, run to different places in search for greener pastures, and be a third world person in another country. He'd rather stay in his country and fight for what he feels like is right for him. Okay, there are some other people. This one also says, I can't imagine myself living in South Africa to work as a security guard or on a farm in other countries. Ghanaian leaders are failing their people. African leaders are failing us as African. Our continent will never respect us because of incompetent leaders. Yep, he's saying that other continents will never respect us due to our incompetent leaders we have. Because he believed that he as a South African will never leave South Africa in search of greener pastures, or even to think of going to work as a security guard or a farm in another country. This is not it. This should never be it. Okay, so these are the kind of points of view some people were choosing. These people have actually started blaming the government for this. Okay, as I said, who is to be blamed? Is it the Russians, the people, or the government, or the people that actually went for this? Okay, but some other Africans also have different point of view. These people also says military activity service is not for all. Men voluntarily signed the service contracts. They are now Russian 7 members, and they will be treated as such. They must comply to their service terms. No time to cry for help. At this stage, I just learn fast and fight for survival. Good luck. Alright, so this brother also threw a spotlight here. He's saying that, bro, you have already signed the papers. You have already signed to this, whatever you have signed to. you are now a Russian soldier. You are going to be treated as such. What you have to do is adopt the system, live to it, fight for survival now, brother, and make sure you come back safe. That is it. That is what this person takes is. This one also says, I don't trust their story. They read the documents, sign them. They collected several payments already. Now the war has gotten hot to handle. They decide to twist the story to get an escape. Go and eat their monies back home. All right, so this person takes, he believed that this person actually knows where they're up to. They thought it was going to be some easy money. They have actually been there, signed the papers, to be there, and now they have decided no, they want to trace the story to look for people, to see them, and then bring them back to their various countries by being paid by the Russian government. This is a claim this person is also saying, that he's saying that they need to fight for survival and do justice to their deal, and then come back to Africa. Well, these are the takes people are saying, okay, but I want to know your take here. What do you think actually happened? Do you think it's the fault of the government, the Russian people, or the people at hand who are actually being stranded in someone's country and are also being to be at the forefront of the war between Russia and Ukraine? These 14 Ghanaian men are stranded, and they are asking Africa for help. Hopefully their government, the Ghanaian government, will reach out with their Russian government, and hopefully we can actually save our brothers. And although they may sign maybe for money or for they didn't know much about their deal, still they need to be saved, because as they say, they know nothing about military. They have never even undergone any military training. If the Russian people or the Russian government would have taken them like this and given them some military training for about a month or two, that will be a little bit okay. But just like that, drag them to the front line is a no for me. That one, I will actually condemn that. It is a no for me. They actually knows nothing about gun handling, nothing about military tactics. They are just being casualties, just being there. That is not it. That is not it. How can they actually ensure their survival? Okay, that is not it. It shouldn't be so. Okay, if that is how it was actually done, then I actually condemn the Russian government for actually doing that. But if it's not like that, we hopefully our leaders from Africa, mostly the Ghana leaders, will actually join inside this and see to it that these people are actually meet and their demands and needs are met, and then there can be peace with them, and they can actually get back to their families. And then once we don't know where they are, hopefully they are fine and they can also be found too. There is some disheartening or disturbing story that I found that I wanted to share with you guys. Hopefully we all can be careful and to know what is happening, that our people, our own African people, are ready to sell us to anything for the money. So you need to be careful. So I'm here to create awareness to you guys too, to learn something, one or two about this, and also save a brother who is actually in or maybe planning to do this, or to also seek greener pasture without enough clarification of what he's actually embarking on. Okay, my name is without share say, hope you have learned something here, and hopefully Ghana can go through for its citizens who are stranded in Russia. Okay, hopefully things can get better for them. All right, hopefully everything will be all right for Africa. My name is without share say, and as I said, it was nice having this time with you guys. See you guys around.